I would like to submit testimony to the Democratic Party Platform Committee that we should set the standard as a party to move towards publicly funded elections, regardless of party. I think every candidate should have a fair shot and be lifted to the top by their policies, not who they have in their pocket. And I think being the Democratic Party, we should represent democracy, and we should be the finest example of democracy in the world. And so that's why I believe we should change the structure of the campaign finance and really make it a priority for our party.
Hi, my name is Ann Kelly Cohen. I live in Arvada, Colorado. And what I would like to see on the Democratic platform is some kind of resolution that no candidate or Democrat already elected in our party take money from Wall Street. That's a huge issue for me because I believe that is the biggest problem in politics today in our country.
Thank you, Ann.
Hi, my name is Joanne Hart. I am a supporter of Bernie Sanders. I believe in a lot of what he is talking about. I believe in everything he is talking about. This country has suffered for far too long with people dying because they can't get the health care that they need. Young individuals that are well qualified to go to college, not going to college because their parents can't afford it, or because they try to foot the bill and they spend most of their lives trying to pay off that bill. That's crazy. We need to make this country available for people to survive and thrive. It's insane that we don't have health care for all. It's insane that we don't have young people that can go to college going to college. I hope you will stand with Bernie and support all his policies, all his stances, because it's the right thing to do. Thank you very much.
Strongly ought to look at the implied value of everyone's vote, eliminate the superdelegate system, to give more consideration to policies that support the poor and the middle class rather than supporting the wealthy in this country.
Hi, my name is Lucy True, and my views are my own. I'm calling on the Democratic Party and convention to call for a ban on fracking in Colorado and nationally because of impacts on health, home, and our climate. Here in Colorado, some of the biggest health studies are coming out finding that pregnant women living within a half mile of the well are finding a 30% decrease in their birth rates and an increase in birth defects. We've also found that people are getting sick because of the volatile organic compounds coming off the wells themselves. Also, when it comes to home and property, we've seen a decrease in property values up to 15 to 20% because no one wants to live near an industrial waste site. Lastly, when it comes to the climate, that we have to leave 80% of fossil fuels in the ground. Fracking has a huge impact on climate change. Methane is 87 times more strong greenhouse gas than carbon. So for every molecule of methane that we put in the atmosphere, it is having 87 times more the impact on climate change than carbon. We must leave natural gas in the ground and move towards a clean energy economy. It supports our health, our homes, our livelihoods, and our climate. I hope that the Democratic Party will take this into consideration.
Hi, I'm Joe Zemek. I have been a Democrat for a long time. I was a Bernie field organizer here in Adams County, Colorado. We cannot have free trade agreements that outsource their jobs in order to create jobs for the middle and upper classes. We cannot keep creating income at the top while not creating income at the bottom. The people at the bottom have to have a sustainable income, even if it means a basic income. We've got to do this. We cannot sacrifice the poor simply because they have less political voice. This is morally wrong, and it is creating the rise of people like Trump. We can't do it. The last thing, we have to address ecological disasters. We have to address climate change. This is the road to good-paying, working-class, blue-collar jobs. We can get those jobs in the solar industry, the wind industry, the tidal power industry. We can do this. We can have jobs in the sector that help rebuild our infrastructure and our eco-structure. We can do this. And when we have a politics and an economy that reflect that, we will succeed, we will have peace, we will do better. But everything has to boil down to that. That's my platform speech. Thank you very much.
My name is Kathy Blake, and I am a mental health therapist. And what I want to talk about today is I want to bring compassion, and I'm interested in people's mental health and physical health. And we've got to get the insurance companies and big pharma out, because health is not for profit. We all need our health. We can't go somewhere else to buy our health. That is something that it's between the doctor and it's between myself and my doctor. Get the insurance companies. We don't need administration. We just need care. I'd like people to be individually helped, but also to be between themselves and a caring professional, doctor, therapist. And that's what needs to happen for the physical and mental well-being of all of us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amanda Arlington, and I'm a teacher. And the reason that I support Bernie is specifically for his social justice platform. So I'm really disturbed by the school-to-prison pipeline, and I'm also disturbed at how many people are locked up in this country. And I'm further disturbed that Democratic candidates take such big money from private prisons. So I really feel like I can't go into my classroom and tell my kids that they have a fair shot when the criminal justice system is working against them. So I encourage the Democratic National Committee to create a more just and progressive social justice platform like Bernie's that includes social justice for environmental. People who are poor usually live in environmental hazards, economic justice, and then jobs, and also to be able to feel safe.
There are quite a few things that I want to see on our Democratic national platform, but I will address two of them. One is that I want to see us get rid of superdelegates. One of the reasons is, no matter which way the superdelegate goes, their vote equates to about 1,500 people who stood in line for 3 hours at our caucuses. Their vote, they should have the same vote as every single individual, which they do not. So we need to get rid of those. Secondly, not the people, but of having superdelegates. Secondly, I want to see us have, across the nation, open elections. We have seen so many people disenfranchised and not be able to vote, or being confused about how to vote, how to register. I saw this in California, people that were non-political party. They were supposed to be able to vote for Bernie if they wanted to. They had to request a special ballot. We need open elections. No other country has what we have. We need to make all primaries open. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arun Lakshman, and I moved to Colorado as an immigrant in 2004. So this is my request, and this is what he said, the language that I came from. It's India, it's called Namaste. It really does not mean say anything in God. It simply means that I salute the God in you, and for an atheist to really say that, as a super delegate, I'm simply saying that please consider people and consider democracy, and this is your chance. You can campaign, you can endorse whoever you want. Your vote is yours, and that is entrusted on you by people who believe in you, and they are going to care for you, because I'm not going to go back. I'm going to work for you, and I'm going to be here for American people for now, for a thing, and I have my vote. Thank you.
At the beginning of this year, I was a Republican. And initially, I was a Republican because I believed in the concept of the voice of the people and small government, local government. I switched sides for the sole purpose of I felt that the Democratic Party was more progressive and more for the voice of the people. And so I changed my voter registration. But I was betrayed by that party based on the sole fact of superdelegates who could be paid for their vote based on the highest bidder with the biggest checkbook, and not the voice of the people, which to me seems to be a moot point if we're supposed to be a democracy. I was infuriated by the fact that we were basically being represented by somebody who was not going to represent us. That based on who could write the biggest check could determine who represented my voice, whether or not I agreed. The superdelegate system should not exist for the sole purpose of, if we're all supposed to be one voice and one people and one equal stance, then there should not be a way that you can sway a vote, and there should not be a way that you can purchase a voice. That they should be given one vote, and that everyone, Republican, Independent, Green Party, or Democrat, should be allowed to vote in a primary so everyone can be heard and everyone can have a say.